Let's look at this question on the work done on an inclined plane. Okay, this question here from this diagram, the part A says state the principle of conservation of mechanical energy. Then you have the B part here. Okay, but let's state this principle first, and then I'll try to explain it, and then we'll look at the part B. Now note that the principle of conservation of mechanical energy states that in a closed system where only conservative forces are present, the total mechanical energy, that's the sum of the potential energy and the kinetic energy, remains constant over time. Okay, this is the principle of conservation of mechanical energy. Let me try to define some key terms. Now, I said the principle of conservation of mechanical energy states that in a closed system, what's a closed system? A closed system is simply a system or a situation where a particular body, all right, it's not affected by external forces. So when we say a system is closed, it means in that particular system, external forces, all right, does not affect what is going on then. That's a closed system. They said where only conservative forces are present, the total mechanical energy, that's sum of potential and kinetic energy. Record that when we say mechanical energy, two things majorly comes to mind. That is potential energy, the energy possessed by body at rest or due to its position, and number two, kinetic energy, the energy possessed by body in motion. They said it remains constant over time. All right, so this is the concept of the principle of conservation of mechanical energy. Let's look at the B part there. The B part says a girl slides down a slide. That's this slide here, right? So here's a slide. They said she begins 2 meters above the ground from rest and experiences no friction. All right. Use the principle of conservation of mechanical energy to calculate her speed when she is 50 cm above the ground. Okay. All right. Solution to this question. Let's try to solve this. How do we solve this question? All right, first things first, let's list out given parameters. So given, all right, number one, they said a girl slides down a slide. She begins 2 meters above. All right, so there's a height here when she began, and there's also another height here. So first things first, I want to get her initial height. Let's call this initial height. Initial height, H initial is equal to, the value there is 2 meters, so 2 meters above the ground from rest. Look at this, from rest. Now, when a body starts from rest, we all know that it means that initial velocity, that's u, it's equal to 0. Okay. Now, moving on, they said, and experiences no friction. So in this case here, frictional force does not apply. Use the principle of conservation of mechanical energy, which we've said that in a closed system that there is no net, that the mechanical energy is conserved or remains constant, to calculate her speed when she is 50 cm above the ground. So number 3, they give us yet another height. Let's call it the final height. Final height HF as equal to 50 cm. Now, what do you observe here? Observe here that the second height is given in centimeters. So I must convert to meters. And how do I do that? I will divide that value by 100. Okay? So it becomes 50 divided by 100. That gives you 0.5. All right? In meters. So I have 0.5 meters. That becomes the final height. So I have this. Now you're asked to find what there? Calculate the speed. So you're asked to find, if you say calculate the speed, what you're asked to find is just final velocity. All right. So final velocity, which is the speed, v, it's equal to unknown. Now for this question, we don't necessarily need a free body diagram, okay? Because for this question here, the values we need do not depend on any free body diagram. So we could just go straight to getting our answer. Now from this, they said we should use the principle of conservation of mechanical energy. So I would say using the principle of conservation of mechanical energy, mechanical energy. What do we have? Now, if I use the principle of conservation of mechanical energy, what do I have there? Recall that the mathematical statement or the mathematical form of conservation of mechanical energy is that the mechanical energy at an initial phase, I'll call this ME, that's mechanical initial, is equal to the mechanical energy at the final stage. And that's why we said the mechanical energy is what there? Constant. It does not change. So the initial mechanical energy is equal to the final mechanical energy. Again, if you check, we said when we talk about mechanical energy in this case, we said that the concept of mechanical energy is the sum of two types of energies. All right. The first one is potential energy. I'll just call this potential. Let me call this PE. All right. Potential energy plus kinetic energy. All right. PE means potential energy. You could write this in full so you can remember. KE means kinetic energy. All right. So if you say initial mechanical energy, that becomes the initial potential energy. So for this becomes the potential energy initial. So potential energy initial plus the kinetic energy initial is equal to, let's go for final. So ME final becomes the same thing there. The potential energy, so potential energy at the final stage or at the final stage plus kinetic energy at the final stage. This final. All right, let's impute values. Now for potential energy, recall that potential energy, the formula is simply equal to mass times gravity times height. Then kinetic energy, the formula is simply half mv squared. All right. Now using the concept of initial and final, for potential energy becomes m, that's mass, times g times gravity times height, then initial, plus for initial kinetic energy becomes half times mass times initial velocity u all squared. Now observe this. In doing potential energy, I said mass times gravity times height. Now for potential energy initial, observe I did not say mass initial, gravity initial, and height initial. Why? Because it's the same mass. Mass is constant, it does not change. So there's no need of putting mass initial and mass final. So that's why I had just mass here without initial. Also, gravity is a constant. So there is no need of putting gravity initial and gravity final because gravity is constant in a particular planet. So we had just gravity there. But height is not constant. Height can change. That's why I added height initial. So that's the concept of the initial cases. All right. The same thing happens in kinetic energy. So observe my kinetic energy initial. All right. Kinetic energy is half, which is of course half. Again, mass is constant. So I did not write mass initial, just mass. Then you have velocity squared. So I'll now use the initial velocity, which we call u squared. So I have this. This is equal to, now for potential energy final, I'm going to have mass times gravity. So it becomes mass times gravity times height final. Okay, so the same concept. Mass is constant, no need of initial and final. Gravity is constant, no need of initial and final, but height can change. So there's a need for final. Okay, plus this plus kinetic energy. So it becomes half times the mass times v squared. V means final velocity, so it becomes v. All right, so u for initial velocity, v for final. So we now have this particular equation. Now there's something about mathematics. If I have the same term common to, if I have the same value or term common to all terms of an equation, that term can cancel out. Looking at this equation here, observe that each of them have mass. I can see mass here, I can see mass here, I can see mass here, I can see mass here. Now since the mass is the same, right, it's the same body, they can cancel out. So I can say m cancels out. M cancels out. So it becomes, this man is off, this is off. Coming to this, M is off here. So what do I have there? This becomes gravity times height initial plus half into u squared. It's equal to, this becomes gravity times height final, that's this one here, plus half v squared. All right, so I now have this. All right, let's impute values again. G here is 9.8, so 9.8 into height initial. Let's check the value of height initial again. The value of height initial is 2 meters. This into 2, so this is 2 plus half. We could just call this as 0.5, so half is same as 0.5 to make it easier for us, into u squared. U, we said the body starts from rest, right? Let's see. Yep, so it was 0, so this becomes 0 squared. So u is 0 all squared is equal to, this becomes g, this g here, which is 9.8 into hf, final height, which we got as 0.5 meters. Yeah, yep, 0.5 meters. So final height is 0.5 meters into plus half 1 over 2. This one here in decimal is the same thing as 0.5. Please, you have is the same answer. Then into v squared. So I have v squared. All right, let's solve this. From here, this will cancel out. Of course, 0 squared. 0 squared is 0 times 0.5. It's 0. So it cancels out. I have that as 9.8 times 2. All right, 9.8 times 2, that becomes 19.6 plus, this is 0, so 0 is equal to, the next thing I have there is 9.8 times 0.5, 9.8 times 0.5, and that's about 4.9. This is 4.9 plus 0.5 times v squared becomes 0.5 v squared. I have this. All right, at this point, let's solve this. My first task will be moving this over here. That becomes 19.6. 4.9 moves over here, becomes minus 4.9. It's equal to, so this 0 of course goes off. So 4.9 moves over, it becomes negative. It's equal to 0.5 v squared. So I'll have 19.6 minus 4.9. Now doing this, my answer is 14.7. Okay, that's 19.6 minus 4.9. That becomes 14.7. This is equal to 0.5. This into v squared. Now divide both sides by 0.5. Divide this and also divide this by 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. This cancels this. I have 14.7 divided by 0.5. You have this as 29.4, that's a value, is equal to v squared. To get the value of v, I'll take square root of both sides. So v will be equal to the square root of 29.4. Okay, let's get square root. The square root of 29.4, that's 5.42. It's equal to v. Now don't forget that v is velocity or speed. That will be in meter per second. So for this, my answer v is equal to 5.42, 5.42 in meter per second. So this becomes the answer to the question. All right, so this is the speed of the girl that you are asked to calculate. All right, so I have this. So this is how we solve this particular question. All right, so back to the question here. Back to my question. Let me change these values a bit. You solve it, you leave your answer in the comment section. Now, she begins at, let's say, this. Here's the principle of conservation, okay, when she is 80. All right, so here's a question. The question is this. A girl slides down a slide. She begins 8 meters above the ground from rest and experiences no friction. All right, use the principle of conservation of mechanical energy to calculate her speed when she is 80 cm above the ground. So here's your question. Solve this, leave your answer in the comment section, and I will tell you if you are correct or not. Alright guys, so don't forget that you can check out my available courses on my website. Simply visit www.jonahemmanuel.com/courses, or you can look at the available books at www.jonahemmanuel.com/books. Alright, do well to register an account to the website and then proceed to get any of the available courses or books. You can also join my channel membership to get access to exclusive classes for just channel members. All right, I'll leave a link to my website as well as to join my channel membership in the video description. Also, I'll leave a link to our WhatsApp channel. All right, so join and then you get updates on our WhatsApp channel. All right. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video as usual, please do well to hit the like button, like this video, leave a comment. For the comment, tell us if you enjoyed the video or not. Alright. Also, don't forget that I gave you a task, solve the question, leave your answer in the comment section, and I'll tell you if you're correct or not. Don't forget to also subscribe. Please do well to subscribe to this channel if you're yet to subscribe. Hit the bell icon, select all so that you get notified whenever we upload new content. Then finally, do well to share this video to your friends so that they can also learn. Thank you and see you in our next class.